Are you going to want to be on or no? Or just keep you out? What's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to the Kickback on Sam Peligro show. I am your host, Sam Peligro. Man, what a last 15 minutes this has been, man. I won't go into any details, but hey, we are on, and we are sorry for the little slight 5-minute delay, but we are live and going on live here at the Cider Session Studios above the world famous Two River Cider. It is located here in Sacramento on Ottawa Avenue. Do some Googling and come check it out, man. So anyway, I want to first start off with something kind of personal. I won't go into it too deep, but it's been a very hectic last 2 weeks for myself. Most people know, some people know, a lot of people know. Who knows though? But my son was in the hospital. He's out now, but man, it was just really, really hard. And so everything's cool now, and we still got some things going on, but he's doing much better. He's doing really well. I'll go into more of that into detail later on this evening from home in a private Facebook Live session, but I just wanted everybody to know I appreciate everybody reaching out and prayers and all the positive vibes that you guys were giving me, man. So much love to you guys. I love you for that. So onward. So today is obviously 420. Depending on who partakes and who gets down with it, whether it be music, a lot of people just listen to, 420 themed or, cannabis themed type of music and stuff, Cypress Hill, Bob Marley, whatever it is. And a local dispensary by the name of Dr. Green Thumb that is affiliated with Be Real, a friend of mine, and this is the Dr. Green Thumb logo right here. I'm wearing the t-shirt. A good friend of mine by the name of Beto Davalos, who is also a retired photographer for the Soul Peligro band that I'm in. And he's affiliated with the dispensary, and he helps out a lot of people that are putting together, things of the THC nature. And as you can see on the screen there's some cookies that is being sold at that dispensary, which is located at 2201 Freeport Boulevard in Sacramento. Go check these guys out. They got a pretty good menu. And again, man, my boy Beto Davalos, thanks for the hookup on the shirt. And then, when you go in there, just ask for him and say, "What's up, Beto? What is happening?" But anyway, so yeah, man, that's what's going on. So without any further ado, I want to bring in a couple of the production team. What's going on, Jared? And what's going on, Marco?
Hey.
Big Jared's sitting out, and my camera isn't working.
Oh, okay,
so
okay. So Jared is sitting out this one. And so Rob's camera's not working, but you can hear him.
You can hear me.
So
I'm here.
These are the guys that make everything pump and make everything go well.
This is
with the with the whole operation and stuff.
Man. That's right. I'm the guy that messed up the graphics at the intro. You're welcome, everybody.
But it's all good, man. It's all good. So hey, man. So what have you guys been up to the past couple weeks, man? You guys been doing anything kind of cool with the side?
Yeah, man.
Going on.
So me, Rob, and Jared.
Not me.
We're yeah. We're part of a reggae group called Steady Drop. So we had our first gig at Two Rivers like 2 weeks ago, and then this past weekend we're out in Livermore, downtown Livermore.
No, you say first gig, pandemic wise or
pandemic wise. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Okay. So like our official gig happened. Our first official gig in the Bay was at Livermore on Friday.
Okay.
So
cool. And how was the turnout? I mean, how did that go?
Oh man, it was chill vibe. Like it was kind of like a busking set. It's like a thing called a Cove. So it's like a food truck pop up.
Yeah.
There's this building called Flaca Salsa,
Gotcha.
and it's like really popular salsa out there. This pizza place called Bay Breads, John at Bay Breads hit us up on, I think it was like a Tuesday or a Wednesday, and it was kind of short notice. He's like, "Hey man, can you guys gig on Friday?" And he thought we were from the Bay, and we're like, in Sacramento, but we still made it work. Everybody was just kind of like, "Hey man, it's the Bay. Let's go do it." And so really good time. We had really
making solid connections.
A good turnout.
Yeah, because everybody always talks about like San Francisco and Oakland and San Jose though, but the East Bay, they get down too, man. Those cities like Livermore, Hayward, Fremont, and so on and so on. Yeah, all those towns get down, man. So no, that's way cool, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty dope. We had a good time
Friday night.
Okay, yeah, you guys did that on Friday night.
Yeah.
And what else has been going on with you guys?
Then we boogied down on Saturday. We did a music video shoot.
Oh, okay.
Up at the Ty's house. Jennifer Ty, she owns Club Green Room.
Nice.
That is opening up, or it's a Green Room social club rather. It's opening up in Placerville.
Excellent.
But her property, her in-laws, basically it's like Disneyland or like Knott's Berry Farms. Check out some of these photos. So this is like one of the Jawbone Saloon. This was one of the, this is just like on their property, and it's like a legit movie set.
I can see Billy the Kid walking out of it, man. That's awesome.
It's pretty sick. And then here's one on the other side. There's Marco. I don't know what he's doing with the trombone. To take
man, you know what, Rob? Like I told you yesterday, man, you're sitting right there on the drum kit, man. It's like you look like a version of Johnny Ringo, but with sunglasses.
Johnny Ringo.
Johnny
you
Ringo
want to play for blood? That's awesome, man. Right on.
Yeah, it was good times, though. Good times.
Heck yeah, man. That's way cool. All right, man. So yeah, like I didn't mention this at the start though, but hey, I have a guest on tonight's show, and goes by the name of Anthony Citric Campos, man. And I met this guy, man, it's about 20 years ago, give or take, man. And so he's been so kind to join us, and then he's like, God, man, sorry, I've got notes. So anyway, so he's appeared on TV shows such as The Lopez Show, where he played Manolo, and it's Lopez as in George Lopez. He's been on Silicon Valley. He's been in the movie called Idiocracy. And here is a snippet of his appearance on the movie Harsh Times with Christian Bale. Check it out.
What's up, Casper? What up, Jim? What's cracking, man? Is that you, Mike?
Yo, Casper, what up, dog?
Nothing, homie. How you been? Still with Sylvia?
Hope so. Gonna find out tonight. What's up with your brother, dog?
Fernie got blasted by the Hooters a while back, yes, sir.
Yeah. Sorry to hear that, dog.
Play, you pay. You know what time it was.
Right. Hey, we gotta bounce. You got the money?
Yeah. Just gonna check the shit, okay?
All right, everybody. And without any further ado, and whatever how you say that, please welcome Anthony Big Citric Campos to the show.
Yeah, doggy.
I was doing what's going on, big homie? What's happening, my man?
Chilling, man. How you been, Dougie?
Man, it's been a while, man. It's been
That's right.
It's been 20 years, So when we were still, liquor.
Yeah, no, real shit, man. Man, I was just tripping out on that clip right now, the Harsh Times. I'm like, man, they ain't lying about the camera putting on like 200 pounds and shit, man. Every time I see that clip, it trips me out.
but you know what though? Wasn't that one of your first roles? Or
that was like my second role, man.
The second, okay. So what was the first one?
Idiocracy.
Okay, so it was Idiocracy. Okay,
yeah.
So I didn't know which one was before what though. Okay, man, that's dope, man. So yeah, when I first seen that movie, and it'd been a while since I had talked and seen you, and then when I saw that movie, I was like, hey, wait a minute, I know him. I was like, man, I'm gonna get that DVD. When I see him again, he's gonna sign it. We're gonna like take a selfie with those disposable cameras because that's what's available back then.
Oh man, I know they have the Harsh Times DVD at Walmart for like $5, man.
I know. Go gather up the whole stock, man. For $25, man.
Right.
That's awesome, man. Right on. Well, man, once again, I appreciate you coming on to the show, man. And let's start off. So let's tell everybody where you from, and how you got into music, because that's how I first met you when you were with Browntown Looters and eventually Pueblo Cafe. So talk a little bit about that if you wouldn't mind.
Yeah, so basically, I came straight out of East LA, Boyle Heights area, back in 1992. I want to say we dropped our first single, but before it was called Browntown Looter, it was Browntown, and we dropped our first single. It was called "Dope House in the Ghetto" and shit.
Right, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
And then from there it evolved over. Like a couple years later, it evolved to Browntown Looters, and then they got to Pueblo Cafe. But we've always mixed Spanish and English, but it got to a point where we had an opportunity, like in 2004, to do an all Spanish album with a Mexican record label that was in Mexico. They're called Musart, but out here in LA, in the States, it's Balboa Records. So we signed that was like our like a big major deal for us. So it was the opportunity that we were kind of looking for at the time, and we took that deal. We dropped an all Spanish album, and that's when it officially we came out as Pueblo Cafe, but just the same thing, Browntown, but in Spanish.
Right. No, yeah, man, definitely, man. Yeah, I do remember hearing that, man, and that was like, man, you guys got down on that, bro. That was, I was like, man, check them out, man. I was like, man, that was way dope, man. So, so growing up though, who influenced you, or who named some, singers, groups, or that you were actually influenced by, that got you into what you're doing right now, or that started you out actually?
I mean, at that time, it was like, like NWA, obviously, because when I got influenced into hip hop, because I used to always listen to, I was always a big rocker fan. I used to always listen to all kinds of heavy metal from AC/DC, Judas Priest, Ozzy, like all these old school, the Doors, Zeppelin.
I never knew that, man.
That was my first love, man, was fucking rock music. and then hip hop came in around the time, when NWA was blowing up, and then the Beastie Boys came a couple years late, and then by the time Kid Frost came around, that's around the time when and Mellow Mayonnaise, that's when we started like, man, well, we hadn't seen any Latinos really doing it, so, and then we see Mellow Mayonnaise and then Kid Frost, so that inspired us even more, to like really to get into. But in the beginning, the beginning was like KRS-One, Boogie Down Productions, of course, NWA, Ice Cube, all them cats. I was gonna say Vanilla Ice, but now I meant Ice T, man.
Yeah. Vanilla Ice only comes around after a few beers. Yeah,
man. But I ain't gonna lie, man, we bumped that dude. No. We bumped it too, but the main influences were Ghetto Boys, straight out of Texas. So, man, I mean, it was just I was listening to all kinds of shit, like Kid and Play. I would mix it up from gangster to dance, hip hop shit. If it had a good vibe and the energy's right, you know what I'm saying, I would bump that shit.
Good music is good music, man.
Exactly,
regardless of the demographic and where it's from. Yeah, man. No, I feel you definitely on that.
That's real talk, man.
Yeah, definitely, man. So obviously, you being from Los Angeles, and then the hip hop scene was obviously pretty big back in the early 90s and stuff like that. So were you ever like affiliated with anybody that is from, like, did you ever like make any collaborations with anybody that was already like, because you mentioned like Mellow Man was from the area, and Cypress and everybody was like, from that early 90s. So did you ever get down with anybody that that was already doing it, and then they kind of like, did anybody help you along the way?
Not in the sense of doing collaborations, but like a lot of like behind the scenes stuff,
Yeah, okay.
Like we worked with a lot of cats, like for example, like Sin Dog, like I've known Sin Dog like forever from Cypress Hill,
Yeah.
And what I'm saying, like he's helped point us in the right direction to the right people and shit like that. So you know what I mean? Like we like the same thing with Mellow Mayonnaise, at the time, obviously Mellow, he was blowing up big time, and we really didn't have that much access to him. But because of Sin Dog, then we Mellow Man and Cypress Hill, so we were there like in the early stages, man. Same thing with Psycho Round, As a matter of fact, back in 1992, I don't know if you remember, if you're familiar with Psycho Round, we were supposed to do an album together back in, because we were being managed by this company that was kind of like managing them, but not really managing them. It was like they were there helping them out, and they wanted us to do an album, Psycho Round, versus Browntown, and it was one side us and one side them and shit. But it just never happened. Yeah.
Oh
It just
man,
never happened. Yeah, because a lot of
man.
the contracts weren't right. You know, a lot of bullshit.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
You already know how that
man.
goes.
Man, no, that would have been
Yeah.
dope, man, with a sick jacket and
Yeah, no, that would have
you
been
guys,
that would have been awesome, man. You know what I'm saying? Because
Ooh,
I'm
man.
I've always been a big fan of Sac since day one. You
Yeah.
know, even
Yeah,
before
exactly.
they blew up. You know, like
Mhm.
the first time I seen them guys perform on stage, I was like blown away, man. Like these fools just fucking their stage presence, man, and their lyrics, man. It was undeniable.
Right.
You know?
Right. No, yeah, I've always been a fan of those guys, and especially the production, sick jacket and stuff. And and that was what I meant by the question earlier. I mean, was there anybody like helping you guys out along the way? Because you know how some communities or some towns or some cities, they have like the local guy or the local group that's big or blowing up, and sometimes they help, sometimes they don't.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but that's cool though that you got to be at least around, like
exactly.
dog, and then they were at least helping you out, giving you like the pointers. So
exactly, man.
So no, that's way dope, man. So check it out, man. So next big question: how did you get into acting, man?
Man, that kind of happened by accident, man. You know what I'm saying? But then again, everything happens for a reason, you know. But in a sense, it happened by accident because I wasn't really trying to act at the time. And going back to the Pueblo Cafe in 2004, we were about to drop the album, and we were getting ready to go on tour. You know, they had the record label had this whole fucking thing already set up for us. You know, like we're gonna go to Miami and do all the Spanish circuit TV, and like we had a bunch of shows lined up. And then around that time, when before we were getting ready to do those preparations, I get a call from my boy Sal Rojas from brownpride.com.
Yeah.
And he, he tells me, he goes, "Hey man, there's some people looking for you, man. They're trying to get a hold of you, man. They're wondering if you'd be willing to read, man, for a Mike Judge movie." And I knew who Mike Judge was off the bat, because he had Beavis and Butthead,
Right.
And so I was just like, fun. I was just like tripping out. I was just like, damn, like that's wild, I just didn't really give it much thought. And then I wasn't gonna go. Long story short, I was gonna go, but then he kept pushing me. My other boy, rest in peace, Brown Weddle. Yeah. He kept pushing me, go. You never know. This could be a whole nother outlet. You just never know. And then because my whole thing was I just didn't want to go because we were getting ready to drop the album, and we were getting ready to go on tour and all this other shit. And so everybody was pushing me. The label found out. The label goes, "You know what? Just go. We could put everything on hold. Just go. I want to go. But I did. But I did the audition. A week later, the lady hits me up. The casting director. She goes, "Mike Judge, saw your video, and he was laughing, and he wants to do a reading with you. He's coming in next week, and maybe we could sit down and have you come back in and read again with him." I was like, "Cool." So I read it with him, and we chopped it up. We hit it off cool. And then like a month goes by, and then I was getting ready to go because I used to host. I don't even remember. I used to co-host a TV show called The Hip Hop Show on LATV.
Is that with Cashflow that you did?
Yeah, that was with Cashflow, and then my homie A-Rod, and then Richard Estrada.
Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, so I was getting ready to go do that. I was having lunch across the street, and they called me. And they go, "Hey, you got the part?" And I'm like, "What part?" I had totally forgot about it. And they go for the movie, but they didn't even call it Idiocracy. They were just calling it Mike Judge film for the Mike Judge film, and I was like, "Oh damn!" So they started giving me the rundown. This is what's gonna happen. This is your pay.
Yeah.
This all just give me. I had never done this shit before. I didn't. Everything was just coming. I had no representation. I had nothing. I was just like fucking just going blindly out there. But Mike Judge is a solid dude, though, man. So he takes care of all his people, man.
Nice.
He takes care of his people, man. So yeah, so shout out to Mike Judge, and his whole camp,
man.
And that's all. Yeah, that's how I ended up doing that. And I was out in Austin, Texas, for like a month.
Okay, so that's where they filmed that. That's okay.
Yeah. Fox, Century 20 Fox bought like this big old airport over there, and they got a bunch of airport hangars and out there in Austin, Texas. So they turned that shit into a whole fucking movie production, man. It's sick, man. So I was out there for like a month, man. I was just like tripping out.
No, man, that's great, man. And then of course, you got on the Lopez show to play Manolo with George. Man, what was that experience like, man? To be, on TV, especially, but being around like a comedic, cat like George.
I mean, that's what made it surreal, though. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like. And I've told this story before, but like 6 months prior to getting the Lopez gig, they fucking I was just sitting there watching. I was watching the original George Lopez, and I was just sitting there, just like tripping out. And I was like, man, how cool would it be to work with this guy right here on some shit, you know? And then 6 months later, I get a call to work with them. It's like, it's crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, it was just surreal, man. You know what I'm saying? Because he's a legend. He's a legend. You know, he's a lot, and not just Mexican household, but just Latinos in general. You know?
Yeah, no, definitely. He's a household name.
Yeah. So
regardless of your cultural background and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So to be on the show with him, it was just surreal, you know. And then he taught me a lot of stuff, man. Within those 2 seasons that we shot, man, he you know what I'm saying. He gave me a lot of priceless info, you know, a lot of stuff, you know, like just giving me pointers on my comedic timing and just just how to approach it when you're doing TV, because TV and movies is a totally whole different story, you know.
Yeah, you know what? I mean, obviously, I'm not an actor though, but everybody that has acted, anytime they're interviewed, they say the same thing. Movies and television is, and even guys, even cats that do Broadway.
Yeah, no,
different animals, man.
It's a whole nother, ballgame on all different. It's 3 different scenarios, man. It's a trip, man. But yeah, the first few episodes, man, it took me a couple episodes, and then I picked up on it, man. He was just schooling me, man, the whole time, man. So it was just like working with George. After a while, it just felt like working with with the homie and shit, you know.
Yeah, like somebody that you've been around. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. That's dope, man. That's dope. Another quick question that I've wanting to ask you, man. What was it like being shot by Christian Bale with a gun?
Dude, everybody, it's funny because everybody that seen that movie, and I run into people like on the street somewhere.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, man, that was a dope movie, man. But too bad you got shot by Batman.
Shot by Batman.
Yeah, man.
Man.
It was a trip, man. And it was funny because I had my son on set with me that day too.
Yeah.
And I remember he was like maybe like, man, I want to say he was like 10 years old. And then Christian Bale had just got off of doing Batman Begins. Yeah. So my son was all like, hey, it's Batman. He's my son the whole time keep calling him Batman.
That is awesome, man.
I can tell him, hey, chill.
Yeah, exactly, man. I'm thinking, man, look at this guy. He's over here with Christian Bale, and Christian Bale kills him.
But he was a real cool dude, man. Real humble dude, man.
Nice, man. Yeah. I know it's like, that movie. I saw it, man, and it's like it was really cool. I mean, obviously they have A-list actors. I mean, obviously like Eva Longoria, Freddie Rodriguez, exactly.
Yeah.
Noel G
was in there, yeah,
exactly, man. So that was a real dope movie, man. So it was really cool seeing you on there as well, man.
Yeah.
So you have a podcast or something? It's Citric's Big Break or
the Big Citric Show.
The Big Citric Show, yeah.
On all streaming platforms, co-hosted by my boy Phil Medina. He's a comedian too. Okay. This dude's hilarious, man. He's just comedy, man. So he's and Phil, he's not an actor. He's getting into acting, but he's been doing comedy for like over 10 years. He's been teaching me a lot of stuff, like for doing stand-up now, Right, like I'm now starting into doing stand-up a couple minutes here and there. So he's teaching me a lot of stuff, and he puts me up on stage and stuff like that, man. So and he, he's saying that, that's another dude I'm learning from. But he's hilarious, man. But it's called the Big Citric Show on all streaming platforms. So
anywhere you can get a podcast, they can check that out, right?
Yeah. Basically on iHeart, on Spotify, iTunes, man, you name it, Google,
anywhere. Yeah, exactly.
Anywhere you can get a podcast. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
If anybody watching right now, man, go check him out on his podcast, man. So what other projects do you have going on as far as like the acting, or are you doing any more music, or what's going on in the future for you?
As far as music, I'm gonna chill for a while. I'll do stuff here and there with my boy Vic Damone. Yeah, because he's the one that produces a lot of stuff for me, and he's done a lot of stuff like for the George Lopez, the show we were doing, Lopez.
Yeah,
he produced a lot of music for that. So we work on stuff together, and usually it's like for, hey man, they need a song for whatever movie or a TV show, and this is what it is, and then we'll knock it out, and that's usually what it's been like, right now, just basically for TV or movies, but as far as acting, we got a couple projects in the works that's about to drop this year. We got one that we did with Falcon Pictures. It's an independent company out of Fresno, Madera area, and it's called Ghetto Busters. It's a spoof off of Ghostbusters. So instead of hunting ghosts, we're hunting burnouts in the neighborhood. So yeah, it's
Oh,
comedy,
man,
man.
that's
So
gonna
shout
be
out
dope,
to
man.
shout out to the whole Falcon Pictures family, man. And,
Nice.
and then they're working on another thing called Big Citric's Big Break. Basically, it's me. Like I'm the whole concept of it is I'm like a social media star, but I want to be an actor. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like I'm playing a reverse role of one of my homies because I got a couple of my homies that they're social media stars.
Yeah.
They want to get more into acting, so I'm playing the reverse role and they're playing the other role. So it's like it's kind of it's a trip the way you see it, but it's funny though, man. And that we got my boy Martin Moreno, the comedian. He's one of the writers on that.
I've heard of that guy. Yeah,
he's Fluffy Gabriel Iglesias.
That's where I've heard from him.
Homie,
that's one of his homeboy. Okay.
Yeah, that's when I was, hey Martin.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's one of the writers.
Man.
He's one of the writers and stuff, man. So along with my boy James Carranza and Ricky Montez and a couple other cast in there, Diana Mole. So we're putting that together right now as we speak. We shot some sizzles and all that. So we're gonna be probably releasing a sizzle soon, but we still haven't got distribution for it. But it's in the mix, shopping.
Nice, man. You've got a lot of things going on, man. I'm happy for you, man, because like I said, we met 20 years ago, and we were all just starting and doing things, and to see you doing what you're doing now, man, it's a beautiful thing, man.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate all the support, man.
Yeah, definitely.
That,
everybody watching right now, go check out everything that he's got going on, and you can see his website down below on the screen at bigcitric.com, and you can follow him on Instagram and on Twitter, and also he's got a Facebook page as well, man. And so, hey, Citric, thank you for coming on, man. I really do appreciate this, man. Big time.
Thank you, man. Thank you for having me on, bro.
Definitely, man.
And the other homies too, man. The whole production team, man.
Yeah, definitely, man. No, they're the heart and soul of this whole operation.
I know how that works, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I don't have to tell you.
I got my production team, Supersonics Media, man. So you know what I'm saying? It's not an easy task, man. So shout out to all the production people, man.
Most definitely, man. Most definitely. So let's keep in touch. Keep in touch and keep in contact, man. And hey, man, let's have you on again sometime, bro.
Hey, thank you, man. Appreciate it, man. I'm down to come down anytime, man.
Yeah, definitely, man. All right, man.
All right, bro. All right, you guys have a good one.
All right. Orale. Right on, man. That was pretty cool. That was once again Anthony Big Citric Campos. So right now, I think we're going to be doing a little quick commercial break. Is that right there, Robster?
That's right, man.
All right, cool.
Let's do a quick here.
Stay tuned, everybody. We're not done yet.
Yeah, we're going to do a quick little cider session. Subscribe. We're trying to hit 1,000 likes on that YouTube channel. What we're doing is we provide free music videos at no charge to deserving artists. All right, so you can go to YouTube, click that subscribe button, ring the bell, do all the things, and help us out.
Right on, man. And once again, let's touch up on some events that are happening this weekend. If you wouldn't mind indulging me on a little bit of background music there, Robster. This Friday, April 23rd, local band Inner Soul will be performing at the Barbecue and Burgers spot on Sutterville Road, and that is going to start at 6 p.m. You can Google and check out the website for any more details as far as like the cover charge, etc., etc. Also on April 23rd, Henry Lozano with the Garage Oldies Show. He's going to be going Facebook Live like he always does at 9 p.m. And he's going to have some special guests, Pepe Marquez, Crystal Moreno, and Brittany Nicole. And I'm going to mention something about Henry Lozano. He's going to be our guest coming up on May 4th. So May 4th, tune into that. And then, Henry's got this following, man, and he's a cool character, man. So I'm looking forward to having him on. He's actually invited me to come to that show up to the Central Cali area for his live show with these artists. So I might have to check him up on that. And then finally, April 24th, this Saturday, Small Business Saturday at the Creative Space, downtown Sacramento, 1525 U Street, from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. It's going to be like a little marketplace with vendors selling, small business. It's not the actual National Small Business Saturday, but still it's going to be small businesses and vendors that are going to be selling things, jewelry, and all that kind of stuff. And so be sure to check these events out if you can. All right.
Yeah, I got a couple more. We got the Grateful Bluegrass Boys are playing on the 30th, and then kind of working backwards here. Todd Schaefer and Chris Thompson. Todd Schaefer's from Railroad Earth. Chris Thompson from Coral Creek. That show is this Thursday. There are still a few tickets left this Thursday, and these are all at Two Rivers Cider here in Sacramento, California.
All right, man. So again, man, that was a really cool interview, man, with Citric, man. What did you guys think, man? What's up, Marco? What did you think, my man?
Oh, we can't hear Marco.
Man, we can't hear you again.
There you
Oh,
go,
jeez.
Marco.
Turn it up.
You had me muted. Dude, I was just about to say that I remember, like, I had to put the face to the movie because I remember Idiocracy. That was like my favorite movie. And so then his music was on the soundtrack, like, and then on Silicon Valley too. Yeah, so that was cool, man. I was like, oh damn, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, man, that was way cool.
Yeah, it's a busy guy.
Yeah, man. Henry Lozano, man, he's going to be our guest coming up on May 4th. And again, like I said, when I say he's just a cool character, man, this guy has a following like no other, and it's all on his personal Facebook page. I think he has an Instagram account as well, but he doesn't have a YouTube channel. He doesn't do any sort of Spotify. All on his personal Facebook page. Wait till you guys meet him. On May 4th, you guys are going to really enjoy having him on. And,
OG.
He's a cool guy. And he's also a fan of Peligro Brass. He always plays our song.
Nice.
Show. So, yeah, so that, I got to have him on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So, I guess that's it. And, what are we going to close out here with, Rob? We got a cider session you want to touch
Oh, wait,
on?
quick shout out to Rudy Flores. He just subscribed. And I think we got a few more subscribers. It's like a weird thing with the Facebook. You see all this stuff that says like Facebook user, and I think it's a lot of it is just like the privacy settings. Some people are just like, I want my stuff just for my friends and myself.
Right.
And so that's where it just says Facebook user on the StreamYard. But like on Facebook, we can kind of see who you are. But like when I put it up here on,
it is though. I think what it is as well when it says Facebook user, a lot of it could probably be from the actual from the group page that we have as well. So
yeah.
But either way though, man, everybody, I appreciate the support and the tuning in and so forth. So yeah, this is really cool.
We're closing in on 300 people on the Peligro group or the Kickback group.
Yeah, definitely, man. That's way cool. And more episodes to come.
Yes, sir.
All right. So then
what's the next date? We come back when? What's the next show?
May 4th. May 4th.
May
we're going to be coming back.
All right.
Coming back May 4th.
See everyone May 4th.
May the 4th.
Thanks again for tuning in, everybody. And like Rob said, peep out what he's got going on right here at the end. And we'll see you in 2 weeks. Adios.
All right, taking us out today, we got a short little. We've released a song today from Island of Black and White. That's a Sacramento award-winning band. They got like Sammy's finalists, all kinds of stuff. But
cool.
Yep, go over to YouTube, check it out, subscribe. See you guys in a couple weeks.
Peace.
Here I am once again in this hole I cannot bend. I found my sins in this place. That June wasn't that fate. Please, oh please, let me escape. I'm just one man. Please, oh please, let me. Oh, we found gold and doesn't shine, and we found love and doesn't times. Can we get this right? Or can we get this right?